Alright, Shalom, call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Awar making a video to feed the sheep and edify the lambs. Shalom to the Akim wa Akwathium that are going to be watching this video. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. Call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and it's a lot for not dropping a video for a bit, but man, it's been in a bit of a moving state, out of the house at the moment. And not there, had to pack up a lot of stuff, and still, most high willing, everything goes smoothly. We're gonna be moving to another province soon, so we'll be able to do the work more truth and sincerity and better outside of the living situation that I currently had to deal with for the past couple of years. So all praise to the Most High for that. But this is gonna be a quick one, and I'll just jump straight into it, let the video play, and let's go.
В своей агрессивной антироссийской политике Запад перешел всякую грань. Мы постоянно слышим угрозы в адрес нашей страны, нашего народа. Уже не таясь, говорят о том, что Россия должна быть всеми средствами разгромлена на поле боя, с последующим лишением политического, экономического, культурного, вообще всякого суверенитета, с полным разграблением нашей страны. В ход пошел и ядерный шантаж. Речь идет не только о поощряемых Западом обстрелах Запорожской атомной электростанции, что грозит атомной катастрофой, но и о высказываниях некоторых высокопоставленных представителей ведущих государств НАТО о возможности и допустимости применения против России оружия массового поражения, ядерного оружия. Тем, кто позволяет себе такие заявления в отношении России, хочу напомнить, что наша страна также располагает различными средствами поражения, а по отдельным компонентам и более современными, чем у стран НАТО. И при угрозе территориальной целостности нашей страны для защиты России и нашего народа мы, безусловно, используем все имеющиеся в нашем распоряжении средства. Это не блеф.
And those of you who understand prophecy and whose eyes been open to this truth and having the understanding, that wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you know that Vladimir, the Most High, definitely got the angel speaking on Vladimir Putin. As the leader of what my previous camp would be, chief priest would say, we're not saying it's Vladimir Putin, but it's looking like it's going to be, and whoever the leader is definitely going to be the leader of Russia to go to war with America. And he's saying he's not going to bluff when he's going to use those nuclear weapons. And he also said his nuclear weapons are more advanced than what NATO currently, the NATO and America currently holds, and that's also true. It's a quick Google search, you can look it up. Russia has a greater military might, and they have more advanced nuclear missile weaponry and technology than they have, the most advanced actually in the whole entire world at the moment. Which they're also giving their allies, preparing their allies, and having their allies be ready with them as well. And according to prophecy, Russia, Gog and Magog, will be the one, along with their allies and the other European countries, will burn Babylon with fire. Right, I'm not gonna make it go into a big old breakdown. Just get a few precepts. Let's get started off with. Let's start off at the end of the book, Revelation 7. Actually, no, since we're to stay in context, let's get Ezekiel 38. Right, Ezekiel 38 chapter. Okay, so the Most High is working with this man to do His will, right? Really, yeah. Let me start off with Zechariah. Okay. So this is Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 18, and it says, no, I'll start at 17. Cry yet, saying, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Most High shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. That going into salvation, the Most High is always going to choose the Israelites. right? Then lifted I up mine eyes and saw, and behold, four horns, right? The context of when you go into the breakdown, these four horns are representing the countries, the colonies that came in, and well, let's keep reading. And I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. So right, when you go into the breakdown with Daniel, go into the fourth beast, which is the last kingdom, right? Well, even the verse in the Daniel, the seventh chapter, it talks about the horn. Let me see. Let me jump to Daniel 7 real quick. Okay, here's Daniel 7 and I started verse 7. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. So there were 3 specific. This going to the 4 horns, right? Then in Zechariah, right? But it's talking about this. There's another little horn that came up that was plucked up, that had the prior to it, 3 other horns had to be plucked up. What were those 3 horns? And who are these horns that scattered the children of Israel? When you go into the history, the transatlantic slave trade, when you know who Esau is and the breakdown, there's the Spanish colonies, the Spanish, the British, and the French colonies that occupied America before America became known as America, right? That's the main. That was the 3. I won't say countries, but the 3 what's the word, colonies that were here. And that's who was funding. That's who were doing the trading during the transatlantic slave trade, scattering the so-called Black and Latino and Native Indian men. That's why we have. That's why our last names are either going to be one of those 3 descendancies: British, French, or Spanish, right? And then what happened after these nations, after these colonies were established? You had, was it 1776 or something around there? You have to go into this history and stuff, but America came out of all that. These American Western Europeans still have these last names of the British, their Spanish, and their French counterparts, right? Nevertheless, America came up out of that, and these were the 3 main people or groups that were responsible for scattering the children of Israel. Now let's go back to the Zechariah, verse 20, Zechariah 1 and verse 20. And the Lord showed me 4 carpenters. Then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. With these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lifted up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter. So these carpenters are these, what you would call the Eastern powers, the BRICS, the Russia, China, Iran, and I believe, unless it's changed, if the breakdown's still on point, in Brazil. But either way, there's a multitude of other nations that are inside, are in these Eastern, join the BRICS, and are aligning with these Eastern powers. Okay. And so then we get Ezekiel 38, and it says, in verse 1, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O God. Ultimately, the Most High is against Russia and Gog and Magog and these other nations, but he's using them for his purpose, right? O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I'll bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them all of them with shield and helmet. Right, verse 7. This is ultimately going into when they come up against the battle of the children of Israel and the battle of Armageddon, but the point is Gog and Magog is going to be the ones to burn this place with fire, which let's go get into the burning of fire precepts, okay? Start at the back of the book and we'll work our way down, all right? So Revelation 17. Okay, this is Revelation 17, and I'll start at verse 5 and I'll jump down to the point. Start at verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations, filthiness, and the filthiness of her fornication. And upon her head was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. This is that little horn that's going into, right? Right. I'm gonna jump to verse 9. Or it's verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. So this is how you know the children of Israel are going to be in Babylon in the last days. Because this woman is drunken, meaning with the blood of the saints, meaning that this place is responsible for killing an innumerable amount. They're bathed in the blood of the children of Israel. That's how much killing they've done of God's people, right? And when the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Jump into verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, right? That's 7 mountains representing countries and kingdoms, right? Which would be the makeup of the European Union and NATO, known as today, which originally didn't start off as much as countries as they have now. Okay, it was like Germany, Netherlands, France. I can't remember off the top of the head, but I'll probably make a video going into it in a bit. And verse 10, and then there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Right, verse 12, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So these people are going to be, these other European countries pretty much give their strength. They're under the command of America, except the ones who are allying with God. But here's the twist, right? Verse 13, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Right, verse 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So he's giving you the breakdown. The waters, not literal waters. This whore is able. It has so much strength, power, and what's the word? Influence. It's able to have dominion over all these multitudes of nations and people. Verse 16, and here's the twist, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right? It's just show you this beast, it represents a race of people, right, and their kingdom, right? These shall hate the whore. See, Vladimir Putin, Russians are Edomites, right? These other European nations are Edomites. The Americans, well, the European Western Americans are Edomites. Right, the horns that established America, right? But it says, these shall hate the whore. The 10 horns shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. They're gonna burn her with fire. It's not that ultimately it's of the Most High, but what's gonna cause this place to be burnt with fire are these other nations, right? So they're gonna, what ultimately, according to pursuing the prophecy, is that these nations, the European nations, will turn with Gog and Magog to go against Russia's and its Gog and Magog and its allies, Libya, Ethiopia, Persia, to burn this place with fire. What else is gonna be able to burn this place with fire besides nuclear missiles? So the Most High really has a spirit on these angels prophesying through Vladimir Putin to say these things. And these people of the world, they think that he's joking. He's not joking. He's not joking. The Most High not joking. And so let's go get some more precepts. Let's see where we can go. Let's jump to Isaiah. Oh shoot, 2 Peter. 2 Peter. Is it 3? Right? And 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Now it's not talking about the literal heaven in the sky where the Most High dwells. It's talking about the heaven that's on earth, right? It's gonna pass away, which is representing the rulership of Babylon, of the virgin daughter of Babylon, right? And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then, and what's gonna cause it? The 10 horns, Gog and Magog, right? Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, let's go jump to Isaiah. All right. There's a lot of precepts with Babylon or Esau's kingdom being burnt with fire. It's all over the book. You just gotta piece them together. So Isaiah, let me get Isaiah 54 and 16. And it says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and the that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy it." So the Most High put the spirit, the mind on their scientists, these German scientists, to manufacture what they first called the atomic bomb and things, which Babylon got their hands on it and used it first, which goes into why they felt so powerful and their pride is deceiving until this day. So it says, right? No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper every time. Where's the one that there's one that says that the weapons of his indignation come from one end of the earth? But I can't remember off the top of the head, but we can still get more. Isaiah 34th chapter, right? It says, I'll get to the point. No, actually, it's verse 2, Isaiah 34 and verse 2. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Okay, the mountains talking about remember we just go in and read in Peter, the elements will be melted, right? The mountains, these are the literal mountains are going to be melted with the people in it. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, right? Dissolved. And the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll. I mean, the vision he's getting is as if a scroll was rolled together. They call that mushroom cloud. And all their hosts shall fall down, and the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Jump down to verse 8. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, right? Which we read in Zechariah. Notice that. Verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. Right? It's going to be burnt with fire. What it shall not be. It says, it shall not be quenched night nor day. What's not going to be quenched night nor day? The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. No man is going to go through this country that Idumeans dwell, that the Most High is getting ready to judge. But then it says, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. Meaning, it says it's going to burn forever. It's going to burn for a long time. It's going to look as if it was burning forever. But ultimately, the fire is going to settle, and the only thing that's going to inhabit it are desert-like creatures, which is what they're going into. Verse 12. Verse 13, and the thorns shall come up in her places, palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons, like what they call the Komodo dragon, that thing that walks on its belly and eats literally anything. And a court for owls. The wild beasts of the desert shall meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest. Okay, so this is going into this place. There's going to be a place that Idumeans dwell. It's going to be burnt with fire, right? And ultimately, creatures of the desert will dwell there, right? It's just showing you that this place is gonna be burnt with literal nuclear missile fire. There's Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Right? The whore was decked in silver, gold, and the finest colors and stuff. Vladimir Putin and his allies are not going to care about those luxuries that come from America. All right. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdom and the beauty of Chaldees excellently shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how did Sodom and Gomorrah be overthrown? Through fire and brimstone. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyr shall dance there. Right? So that's how you know it's going into the destruction of Babylon. Right? Shoot. Let's see if there's anything Jeremiah you can get real quick. But that's pretty much the point. Let's see. I'll get Jeremiah 49 and then let's get 51. I'll close this. It's Jeremiah 49 and you start at verse 14. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent unto the heathen. Gather ye together and come against her and rise up to battle. So to show you it's going to be destroyed through battle. For lo, I'll make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. And a lot of people are starting to hate this place. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Most High, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it. And this is not talking about Esau's actual land, because you know from when you read Obadiah that the children of Israel are going to take the Edomites Mount Seir, right? So it's talking about Babylon. Okay. That's pretty much it. I mean, I wanted to just go in on that. Vladimir Putin he's speaking nice, he's cooking, you know. But yeah, man. I hope y'all ratify, and I would say shalom.